天先生。
And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time! Anyways, hello there everyone, my name is Ren and welcome to another video. Today we're gonna be doing a read-through for Blue Archive's main story, Volume 4, Chapter 2, Rabbit of Caerbannog. So, yeah, it's finally here after so long. So yeah, I can't really wait to see what's in the story because I love the Rabbit Squad so much, and I fuck, I'm really messing up so bad. Last we know about the story is Kaya's plotting something behind the scenes, so can't wait to see her again and see what her plans are about. So yeah, Volume 4 is my least favorite volume because of the bad translations, but I think it has gotten better now. I think, anyways, I don't even know what I'm talking about, so let's just get right into the story. Anyways, yeah. Ah, my god. We're finally here. So it's called We Were Rabbits. The Rabbit Squad has grown accustomed to life in the park when they are reunited with some familiar faces. Will the Rabbit Squad be able to hold on to their sense of justice in this era of chaos? Check out their story now. Yeah, let's go. Two years ago. Good evening and welcome to the shit. Chronos School of Journalism channel, your one true source for all the hottest news. We are currently standing directly in front of the Kaiser Industries' second ammo factory. This factory produces nearly a third of Kaiser Industries' total ammunition, and recently strange rumors have been circulating about this powerhouse. Allegedly, this second ammo factory is developing weapons of mass destruction in direct violation of General Student Council policies. However, Kaiser Industries is vehemently denying this and the rumors remain unsubstantiated. But this story is nowhere near over yet. With the Valkyrie Police Coast investigation stalling, another source tells us that the General Student Council President has dispatched a newly formed special investigation team to... Ah, did you get that? There was a huge explosion. This is live. I repeat, this is live. We're investigating the cause of the explosion now. Could this be a side effect of their illegal weapons development? What the hell, Otogi? You didn't report the booby trapped at the exit? Oh, yeah, I was gonna tell you. Next time, tell us before we trigger the bomb. Kurumi sure is motivated, as usual. It happened after the operation was over and no one was injured. It's okay. Anyways, guys, if you notice my voice is a little different than usual, it's because I caught the flu from a few days ago and I'm still recovering from that. But, yeah. Don't mind it. Anyways, we've spotted what appears to be several heavily armed students emerging from the dust. Could they be the rumored special response team recently established by the General Student Council President? Excuse me, hello. May we have a word? Who are you? It seems the paparazzi's caught up to us. There's no time like the present, I guess. The president has been wanting to formally introduce SRT. Did I hear you say SRT? Does that mean the rumors are true? Greetings, citizens of Kivotos. I'm Shichido Yukino, leader of the Fox Squad from the SRT Academy. Uh, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a squabble going on that the door right, I mean the room right next to me. So if you hear that, just don't mind that. Anyways, the General Student Council President formed SRT and the POC Squad to give Kivotos a means to more effectively fight against threats too great for any one district or the Valkyrie Police School to address. If you were made to solve crime in DU, does that also mean SRT Academy intends to eventually usurp the Valkyrie Police School? We could never hope to replace the invaluable work Valkyrie does to protect the public. We are a specialized operations teams trained to respond swiftly to criminals or situations that present an imminent threat to Kivotos' safety, as you saw today. My god, someone's knocking at the door. Anyways, I am back. So, my cats, I mean our cats, fought each other again, so they had to be separated, and I was called for backup. So, yeah. Anyways, where were we? Speaking of today, what were you doing in the Kaiser's ammo factory? What was the cause of the explosion just now? Can you confirm if there really are weapons of mass destruction being developed here? Well, I mean, we didn't receive any embargo orders. I don't think there's any harm in telling you, now that the operation's over. A few days ago, we received evidence from an anonymous source that a powerful bomb was being stored here at Kaiser Industries Ammo Factory in violation of General Student Council's bylaws. Last year, Kaiser announced a development project called ANTIOCH, undertaking the modification of old thermobaric grenades. In actuality, they were developing and storing thermobaric warheads for ballistic missiles here. Our mission today was to neutralize these explosives, and I'm pleased to report our success. A thermobaric warhead? Just how much danger were the people of Kivotos in? It's a pre-production prototype, and we're still in the process of analyzing it. But based on our research so far and simply the sheer size of the warhead, we estimate the radius when detonated could span several kilometers. Several kilometers? And just your squad was enough to handle something so explosive? I mean, wouldn't it have required an entire unit with tons of protective gear? With a bomb that dangerous, it doesn't matter how much infantry you throw at it. What she said, it's exactly stuff like this that SRTs are around for. SRTs made of small teams of elites trained in securing or neutralizing the targets before they even know what's happening, like we did in this operation. And we're pretty good at it. It took us less than 3 minutes to secure the warhead after infiltrating the building. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to be exact. It would have been 2 minutes and 30 seconds had we not had to handle the unexpected engagement at the entrance. Unexpected engagement? Do you mean if it wasn't for Kurumi accidentally throwing a smoke grenade instead of a flash grenade? I mean, flash bomb toward Point Delta? Accident? The guards were wearing visors for flash protection. I made the tactical decision to close the distance with a smoke grenade and incapacitate them. That wouldn't have even be here. Oh my god. I'm messing up. That wouldn't have even been necessary if you had taken out the guard as detailed by the operation plans. Oh, well, sometimes I forget to count the number of rounds I have loaded. It's an adorable little mistake that's very common for snipers to make. How can we count all those teensy-weensy enemies? Don't act cute to distract from your mistakes. Now, Otogi, Kurumi, let's not fight in front of the cameras. To conclude, this operation was a success thanks to the discreet and timely manner in which we were able to execute our plan. The bomb is secured and the suspect was apprehended. We were also able to identify the names of several executives of the Kaiser Industries as well as some members of the Defense Office, listed on classified documents discovered in the factory. It appears these executives accepted bribes in advance of the launch of the project in exchange for forging safety reports for the ammunition factory. Isn't the Defense Office an agency of the General Student Council responsible for policing Kivotos? So ultimately, aren't you revealing holes in the General Student Council security? Is it okay for SRT, which operates under the direct of the order of the President, to reveal information like this? You must understand, justice is the path to preserving truth. No matter the obstacle, SRT's justice never wavers. Oh, good morning, Yukino. Morning. What time is it? Oh, 3:15. Kivoto Standard Time. We have time until the next ship gets here. Rest more while you can. I'm fine, thank you for keeping watch. Were you having a nice dream? What makes you say that? I thought I detected the barest hint of a smile in your sleep. Ha, it was more like a nightmare. A bittersweet memory that echoes in my mind. Ah, that I understand. By the way, Nico is cute. Fox 4, status. Fox 4 here. The General Student Council is still snoozing. The General Student Council hasn't recovered from the Apocalypse Towers. They're still in turmoil. Acting General Student Council President Rin has it the worst. She is being criticized left and right for her seeming absence during the crisis. And because of that, no one wants to pass her DO restoration policy. They're at the total standstill. I guess that means the plan's working. If we hadn't attacked Sanctum Tower right before SRT closed and took out all of Rin's supporters, she wouldn't be facing the Lion's Den right now. And what of the Board of Administration? Boring. The culture and medical officers still haven't recovered from injuries sustained during the raid. Senior managers are still quietly substituting for them. It's not affecting their day-to-day tasks, but the Board of Administration doesn't have any kind of official authority at the helm right now. That's good. Alert me immediately if there are any changes. Squad lead, Fox 1. But what if the chiefs do recover and come back to the board? Wouldn't it just be over for Kaya? I gave you the emergency protocols to review, Fox 4. At any given time, the Chief of Defense Kaya must always hold the majority support of the Board of Administration over Chief Officer Rin. Should Chief Officer Rin's supporters attempt to return to the board, the Fox Squad is authorized to use any means necessary to sufficiently incapacitate them for the foreseeable future. Fox 4 out. Kinda ruthless, huh? Fox 3, status. Fox 3 reporting. We detonated the EMP bomb at a railroad vehicle based in the Kitayama district and disabled the operation management system. Their key electronic equipment has all been sabotaged. Immediate recovery of the EMP bomb was successful as well, so the cause of the malfunction will be near impossible to trace. Has the media picked up on it? How's the coverage? The General Student Council hasn't made an official statement, likely because they can't identify the cause, so the public has been assuming it was an accident on the council's part. Excuse me. The Director of Transportation and Acting General Student Council President Rin have been taking the brunt of blame. They wouldn't be able to escape the media's scrutiny for a while. Copy that, Fox 3. Return to HQ immediately. Fox 1, I have a question. Do you think, is this justice? During the operation, we encountered a citizen unable to reach the hospital and receive care because their trains were down. If you carry on with this did that citizen interfere with your operation in any way? No, they did not. Understood, Foxtree, returning to HQ now. Um, this girl cold. Yukino, come now. I don't need your quippy remarks right now, Nico. Then I won't quip. I'll follow you into hell for the revival of SRT, but what we're doing right now, we're harming innocent civilians. Kurumi wasn't wrong. This isn't justice SRT fights for, don't you think so? I abandoned those kinds of questions when we took on this operation. I suggest you do the same. SRT has always been a weapon. Wherever the user decides to point that weapon and shoot it is both their privilege and responsibility. No one wants a weapon with its own free will, with an opinion. Morality, ethics, those concepts are the curse the user bears. If you can't accept your role, leave. I, the Fox Squad, will persevere. Fox 2 out. Right, our last order of business. So we need to make contact with the Rabbit Squad. The Rabbit Squad? You're gonna go see the little ones? Fox 3, Fox 4, please don't speak out of turn. Sorry, I get excited at the prospect of a good time. I want to go see the underclassmen too, though. Oh my god. My throat. Excuse me. We've handled all of our urgent missions. Why don't we have a group bonding activity? When's the last time we were all together? Fox 3 and 4 fulfilled all their orders already. 4 won't even have to move until after D-Day. What she said, and the rabbits haven't even had an initiation ceremony yet, you know. We would be bereft of SRT tradition if we didn't participate in at least a little light hazing. I'll have to get started now if I want to have enough inari sushi for everyone. Okay. Convincing the underclassmen won't be easy, so it'll be better to show a united front anyways. Fox 3 and 4 return to HQ and begin preparations for our welcome party. Roger! It's been quite some time, so let's make sure it's a warm welcome. The General Student Council President formed SRT and the Fox Squad to give Kibotos a means to more effectively fight against. SRT is made of small teams of elites. Justice is the path to preserving truth. Oh my god. I messed that up. Nah. No matter the obstacle, SRT's justice never wavers. The Miyako looks like a kid here. Seniors seem to glow through the TV screen. They were the very embodiment of SRT's ideals. We strove for the impossible standards they set. Their rigid discipline never swayed no matter the situation. We watched as criminals fell in front of them one by one. And no matter how daunting their mission, not even a flicker of fear ever seemed to cross their faces. Their undeviating justice, it was impossible not to admire. The seniors, they were our dream, and one day meant to be our future. To us, moving forward just meant chasing their shadows. But one day the sun disappeared and there was nothing left to chase. One day, we became the SRT. Mio! Oh my god! I miss you, my girl. And the story. Ah. She's so cute! Miyako, you're awake. Good morning, Miu. It's still early. I don't think breakfast is done. You stayed out late last night on a patrol. Do you wanna rest more? Thank you, but I'll set them up. I don't want to waste a nice day like this. I'm sure even the laundry's dried by now. Are Moy and Saki around? I think they'll be back soon. They left early to go get food. Yo! Come and check this out! I did a little extra scouting on my way back and I haven't done this huge mushroom colony. Look at the ones I picked, aren't they big? With this many, we could have a mushroom buffet. I got a surprise for us too. Tada! Fresh eggs! I got it from one of the stores on our usual route. It was thanks for helping them out with some pest control. I may or may not have just been testing out a new smoke bomb in what I thought was a deserted alley though. As long as it helps a citizen in need. Wow, so much so much fresh food. Great work, both of you. Oh my god, I'm messing up all of my... I'm messing up on my reading. Oh my god. Why? It looks like we'll have a complete breakfast today. Let me dig up the canned bread from our supplies too. You know you can count on me to get the fire going. I'll start the preparations. Mushrooms. I'm off to the supply stand. Let me know if you need help with anything. I can help with supplies. A breakfast of eggs, bread, and sauteed mushrooms. I never thought we'd ever experience luxury like this again. If only I could eat like this every day. Seriously, it's the perfect meal for a perfect day. Do you feel that breeze? With this amazing weather and yummy food, I mean, who wouldn't want to stick around here forever, right? Do you think maybe we've gotten a little too used to being homeless? No denying it. These days we're more about making life better than upholding justice. SRT is supposed to be the cream of the crop. We hail from the best school in all of Kivotos. We're second to none in equipment, training. I mean, we were at least... Enough of the gloomy stuff. We've got all the delicious food we could possibly ask for. Who wants to spoil their appetite with sad talk? Right. Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Things have been doing great. Hey there, Rabbit Squad! Ah, Sensei! Oh, it's just you, Sensei. Hi. I was wondering who that vaguely familiar person was. Are you happy to see me, Saki? Ah, the joys of being a teacher! What is this dialogue, Sensei? Shut up! I wasn't trying to cover my excitement or anything. Jeez. At least they're warming up to Sensei now. Like, Volume 4 Chapter 1 was so... All of them were so hostile to them except Miyu. Anyways. Good morning, Sensei. Don't mind the ruckus. You didn't call ahead before coming over. Is it an urgent matter? Did we get you in trouble with someone again? No, not at all. The opposite, actually. I just wanted to thank you for your support with the recent events. Recent events. It still feels like it just happened yesterday. I know, right? I really love Volume F. 10 out of 10. Peak Archive. I thought Kivotos was a gunner for real that time. Even I was scared. Imagine that. Me, scared of some buildings blowing up. It was way more than some buildings. I just wanted to run and hide as soon as the sky turned red. But enemies were appearing everywhere. And more importantly, all my friends were fighting for Kivotos. You're right, so many students came together to protect Kivotos. Yeah. Rabbit Squad, responding to Sensei's request for support. Who knows what would have happened if you didn't save me. None of it would have been possible without you all. That could be just one dialogue, to be honest. We don't expect thanks for completing our duty. SRT fights to protect the citizens. Psh, You think we went to help you? We would have been there no matter what. I just wanted to make Chalice building go kaboom. Even SRT agents deserve recognition sometimes. So as thanks, I brought you a hot meal. Heh, we've actually adapted to this new lifestyle perfectly, so we have more than enough food actually. We'll take your kind thoughts as gratitude instead, and you can enjoy your hot meal. Exactly what Saki said. Our reward is knowing we've kept the citizens safe. In fact, if you're still up for breakfast, why not join us? We've got loads of eggs and mushrooms. I even found some shimeji mushrooms today, which are pretty rare around here. They're so delicious that there's a saying, Matsutake for the scent, but shimeji for the taste. Well, if you insist. Don't mind if I do. I guess I'll just put this prime beef sirloin steaks away. Sensei, you're such a troll. I actually didn't get to finish what I was saying. Yes, naturally there is no greater reward than serving the public. However, isn't that the super expensive kind of meat? Even before SRT closed, I'd never eaten anything so decadent. I mean, if you don't want it, I guess I'll just make ramen. What do I do with all this extra meat? Ramen, maybe? Sensei, you're such a troll! What did you just say? You want to eat patty steak sirloin in ramen? Are you an idiot? A stupid person? Did you have so much money you can just boil it away in a pot of water? But it's too much to grill and eat all by myself. But Shelly doesn't have a fire pit. I can't grill it. Well, if you're in that much of a pickle, we have a fire pit and I guess we could help you out with eating all of it. My saviors, let's eat together then. Oh my god. Hey! Let's go, Usagi Plap. I think that's the title of the song. Okay. We'll need some sort of mesh to use as a grill. I'll handle that. I'll get extra plates. So, do we have any sides to go with the meat? Maybe some potatoes or onions? Get these dumbo mushrooms out of the way. What happened to so rare shimeji for taste? What the heck is a shimeji? We've got prime beef sirloin to worry about. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Focus, Moe. We need the fire going start. Achieving the perfect grilling temperature is an essential part of the process. Aye, aye. It's ready, grilled to perfection. Then, without further ado, thank you for the meal! Whoa! It beats my wildest dreams! The melt-in-your-mouth texture from all that marbling and that amazing rich flavor only top-notch beef can bring. It makes every other piece of beef I've ever eaten seem fake. They just pale in comparison. Yummy. So yummy. It's so soft, it's like it's melting in my mouth. Like pudding. I can't remember the last time we'd indulged in something like this. I almost feel guilty. There's more than enough meat, so help yourselves. Sensei, even if it's to thank us, isn't this a bit much? This must have been really expensive. Yeah, I'm a little suspicious. The reward seems to outrank the deed here. Is this beef a part of one of your evil schemes? You tried to lure us in with delicious food. This This must be the honey trap I've heard of before. It's not, and that is not what honey trap means at all. You know what? I don't even care if it's a trap. This is a rare opportunity to stuff ourselves with the highest quality beef imaginable. We wouldn't even be able to experience this at SRT. Although I have had the experience of filling my stomach with cheap canned pork back at SRT. Yum. Can you not ruin the best meal of my life with the thought of canned pork? We did eat a lot of pork, didn't we? All our field rations had pork in one form or another. I remember one time our field training went longer than we'd planned and we had to survive on canned pork for over 3 days. Eek, that slimy taste of canned pork is definitely something I could have done without remembering. Thanks, Miyako. I never realized. Why is it all pork? Why couldn't we have corned beef? Or some tuna at least? It's just cost efficient, duh. Our reps only see numbers, you know. They say it in our textbooks. When it comes to supplies, quantity over quality. You can't feed an army if you consider comfort or indulgences. That's why canned pork has been a go-to combat ration for so long. It's made from preserved meat, making it cost-effective with a lengthy shelf life. Even regular academies caught wind and started using them for school lunches. At one point, the cafeterias were using so much of it that some Trinity lobbyists tried to protest by swapping out all mentions of any food in their work with canned pork, instead in distributing it all over campus. Wow, thanks so much. I definitely needed to know that. Not nerd. Hey, what's wrong with being a nerd, huh? I'm a nerd. An MMA nerd, that is. Shut up, you maniac arsonist. Speaking of, didn't that Trinity novelist have an episode in their work where a group of knights on a quest for the Holy Grail ended up battling a wild rabbit? No! No! Monty Python! No! The rabbit of Caerbannog. I remember something along those lines, but what about it? Way back when I asked the seniors about our names, sometime around when the rabbit squad first came to be. I was wondering why we had been named after a cute harmless animal. SRT was supposed to be the symbol of discipline and justice, not fuzzy paws and floppy ears. She didn't answer in the way I expected at all. Instead, she recited the quote from that novel. The rabbit is not to be underestimated for its docile and adorable appearance. Proud and territorial. No. No. The rabbit becomes a fearsome beast that can fend off even brave knights when provoked. I think I remember that part. The knights searching for their holy grail tried to enter a cave guarded by a rabbit. And it rips out their throats. Yep. And they used the holy hand grenade to blow the rabbit up, but they didn't even kill it. It just disappeared. That's why we learned in our tactics and strategy classes to never underestimate an opponent from how they look. Well, don't leave us on a cliffhanger. Does the rabbit beat up all the knights and they give up and go home? The knights throw a... Pakoy! Let's go! The knights throw a grenade at the rabbit and it ends up in little bits. From what I remember, it doesn't really get blown to bits. Yeah, they can see the explosion, but the rabbit is just gone. It's not there. No guts left. Because no rabbit is strong enough to fight guns or grenades or bombs or bad guys. Aww, mew. We're gonna end up blown up like the rabbit in the story. Hey, the ending to some stupid book they made us read in school has nothing to do with us. The only thing you should be concerning yourself with right now is this sumptuous beef. This is a little out of the blue, Sensei, but it's been on my mind recently. I was wondering if any sensitive documents disappeared during Kaiser's occupation of Chalet. I was worried because of the amount of data on the Journal Student Council that's stored in the Chalet building. There wasn't anything in particular that stood out. But we didn't do a thorough search. The facilities were so trashed. Now that you're saying it, maybe I should double check. That can be just one dialogue. I can do it. Give me a sec. Check from here. How? Moe, did you give Kaiser intel for more weapons? Hey, that was one time, okay? But that's not what I'm doing. I just have to slip into Chalet's server and pull the surveillance footage. Can check the entrances to see who was there and what they took. Kaiser's occupation of the building after Sensei's abduction was pretty short-lived. We just have to narrow down our search to the exits during that time frame and make sure nothing important was taken. Huh, a surprisingly good idea from Moe. Are you okay? Did eating such nice food make you go crazy? You know, Moe has always been the smarter one in from the four of you. Like, she's the smartest one. She's just too crazy for explosives. Shut up, I'll blow you up. Ignoring the musclehead, I should be able to get into the cloud server and snag the CCTV footage pretty easily. Yep, there it is. Surveillance footage from the day of the attack. This is around when we retook the building. The guys in the helmets were Kaiser's super elite SOF? Soap or whatever? Right. They had impressive weapons, but they sure didn't know how to use them. It was only as easy as it was because of Mia sniping. Without her, we would have had to take damage in a full frontal assault. Really? But I couldn't have done it without Saki taking point and relaying their locations. Miyako too. That's what a squad is for. That was a fun operation. We're starting to sound like old women reminiscing on our glory days. Stop gabbing and help me check this footage to see if any Kaiser soldiers took anything with them. Well, I guess we wouldn't find anything here. Let me go back a little bit. Who are those soldiers? Those Mars in Universe don't look like Kaiser. Could it be? Right there. It looks like they're bringing something out of the basement. Do you see their hands? They weren't holding that when they went in. Can you tell what it is? Not really. The video quality sucks and they're moving fast. Way too fast actually. No wasted movements. Depth handling of advanced weaponry. Saki, you see it too, right? The video is grainy, but I'd recognize that equipment anywhere. Alright, doom and gloom over there. Would you like to share with the class? You're right that those soldiers didn't look like Kaiser. That's SRT equipment they're using. But we have all of SRT's training equipment. The leader's laser pointer, it's a dual compound one with both infrared and visible light capabilities. It's super pricey and pretty much useless without night vision gear, so they've only ever been made for SRT students. That radio they're using to communicate, I can't be certain, but it looks a lot like SRT's. All of SRT's equipment is especially designed to meet our needs, and they definitely don't look anything like Kaiser's communication technologies. Are you serious? But how could they have gotten their hands on them? Huh? Did you say something? No, not at all. I got a little excited about talking about tactics. You know how it is. I know it's not in your nature, Moy, but you have to be quiet, since I can't know until we figure out what's going on here. You're right, sorry. It's just so unbelievable. I think so too. I don't know how random people will be able to get SRT's equipment like that. There are only two ways I can think of. First, they raided an SRT squad or base and looted equipment. The only other way would be if an SRT student provided them. That's what's unbelievable. No SRT student would be stupid enough to hand over equipment to VMC soldiers. We're elite agents, not some brutish, greedy. People have been bartering for things they want since before we could talk. So easy peasy lemon squeezy will trade off our valuable items for new and wonderful incendiaries and weapons. Vietnam flashback. It seems we may have been the stupid SRT students. We've sold up some non-essential equipment to recoup our losses when the camp was flooded. Do you remember those arms dealers? They had big masks on so we couldn't see their faces. So you're telling me, we, the Rabbit Squad, are the ones who supplied Chalice invaders with weapons? And here we are, gorging ourselves on high-quality meat, given to us to thank us for fighting off said invaders. Is everyone full? Are you sure you don't want more? Stop talking and come eat. There's still so much left. Oh geez, I'm so full. I think this is what they call a food baby. Me too, yeah. The fullest I've ever been. Wow, I suddenly remember something super urgent I have to take care of today, right now. What could be super urgent so suddenly? Do you need a bathroom? No, you have no filter when you talk, Sensei. I'm just teasing. I'll save the rest of the meat for you at Chalet then. Thank you, Sensei. Are we not gonna tell Sensei about selling weapons to the bad guys? I feel bad. If not for us, Sensei wouldn't have gone through all of that stuff. Aw, Mew. Aw. Me is just the best. I feel guilty as well, Miyu, and we will tell Sensei and apologize later, but first we need to apprehend the culprits. Miyako's right. If we go to Sensei now, all we're doing is bringing them another problem. They have enough on their plate as it is, dealing with our restoration project and everything else. The last thing Sensei needs is another thing to worry about, especially because of something we did. Yes, we'll find the culprits and retrieve the stolen goods, and then give Sensei a proper apology. To start, I'll need your help, Moe. We need to collect information, anything you can on where the weapons went after we sold them. It might take a bit, but it's doable. If I trace the unique key values embedded in the electronics, I'll hopefully be able to trace their path. For the rest of you, please begin routine checks of all our gear quickly, so we are prepared to leave as soon as Moe has what we need. I won't let those arms dealers sully SRT's equipment with their injustices any longer. I know you said you were full, but I forgot about the extra pork. Miyako? Saki? Where did everyone go? Rabbit 1, reporting. This time is 16:25 hours. We followed the GPS signal Rabbit 3 sent us to pinpoint the location of the suspect who infiltrated Point Sierra, confirming arrival at the site. It is currently raining at Point Romeo. The drop-off point and visibility is down to about 500 meters. All units, please exercise caution. This is Rabbit 4. Thankfully, the weather's kinda making it so nobody's around here right now. No hidden enemies, we're not in immediate danger of ambush, and I'm in a good position if anything happens. Copy that, Rabbit 2. Please report. Rabbit 2 here. I've cut the circuits. The alarm sensors are down for the count, for now, at least. But, is there a problem, Rabbit 2? Not exactly a problem, but does this building look kinda familiar to anyone else? Did you shock yourself cutting the circuits? We've never had an operation here before, dummy. That's not what I meant. It's like the layout. I don't know. The structure feels familiar. It's kinda like the indoor warper range at the SRT training facility, isn't it? 3 floors and entrances, and when I was reviewing the blueprints Moe gave us, I thought the maze-like layout inside seemed familiar. It actually is kinda familiar, isn't it? Although someone would have started shooting at us by now if it was a training exercise. Please don't jinx it, but I do feel better knowing we've kinda done this before. That's right. Since we're familiar with the terrain, it'll be easier for us to predict and adapt throughout encounters. And so will your enemies. But buildings with this layout are usually easier to defend. Back in our mock battles, the defenders usually had the upper hand, so I'm kinda nervous. Ha! Big bad, we're elite agents of SRT. Saki is scared? Come on! Who cares what kind of defense or weapons they have? We'll just do what we always do. Easy peasy. To think I had to be cheered up by you. Fine, fine. If PMC's elites armed to the tooth can't beat us, who can? All of them are just dumb. I'll be watching your backs. Just have to work together, Rabbit 2. Everyone to positions. Let's go. Reaching. I've secured our entry path. Rabbit 1, taking the building. Site A clear. Site B clear. Continuing to Site C. This is strange. We're deep into their territory now, and they still haven't made contact. Are they being cautious of us? I haven't made any mistakes so far. I'm staying aware of our potential movement or traps, but it still feels like I'm missing something. This is Rabbit 2. Rabbit 1, we've run into a barricade we can't reach. Do you want us to break through it? No, avoid giving away your position at all costs. Find a way around if you can. Understood. Going to start moving towards the center aisle. Continuing. Hello? Was that a gunshot? Rabbit 2, reporting! Saki! I can't get through. Did she lose her communicator? Rabbit 4, requesting an update on the situation. Rabbit 3, our GPS doesn't seem to be... Well, shit. Damn! What do you call this? What a switch in the seriousness of the story. I'm jammed. No signals coming in or out. We're all cut off from each other. I won't be able to rely on any backup. The enemy was in perfect sync. Ambush the point, jam communications, and isolate each member all at once before anyone knows what happened. It was a simple and straightforward plan, but nearly impossible to execute. The amount of coordination that would have been required, and in complete silence at that, I need to tread carefully. That doesn't matter right now though. To start, I have to rescue Saki. Ambush? I didn't notice them close in at all. CQC! Think, Miyako. This passageway is too narrow for my primary weapon to be useful. Close combat isn't my specialty, but I'm still an SRT agent. Upset my opponent's center of gravity. Take advantage when they lose balance. Foxtrot. A flash bomb? This close? Oop. 1.5 seconds. Reaction still slow. You took too long to rear end after the explosion and flash. You move exactly per the CQB manual, but the real world doesn't follow your textbooks. Your movements are too predictable. You should have taken the initiative and rushed me. Stop moving, I might accidentally break your arm. You're no ordinary soldier. Who are you? Just who I am changed anything. You went into this operation thinking I'm SRT. I can handle whatever might lie ahead of us, didn't you? Lazy, undisciplined, always assume the worst case scenario. Even the best, most experienced veteran can be taken out by a stray bullet on a battlefield. Courageous warriors don't live long here. A good special forces soldier conducts themselves with cowardice, or you'll end up dead. Wait, I know that voice. It can't be. It's been quite some time, squad leader Tsukiyuki Miyako. You look well. Yukino? What the hell is happening? Someone better start talking. I was monitoring the surveillance cameras when I was ambushed. Someone forced a hood over my head and dragged me here. Me too. I was in my position and someone came up super quietly and they blindfolded me. I got rolled around and around and around in a big barrel. I think I'm gonna throw up. Why are you slacking up with Asaki? I thought you and Miyako had breached the building already. We had, but then I can't remember. I went into the center aisle to avoid the barricade, but I was ambushed and knocked out. I don't remember what happened after that. I just remember waking up here. Well, we don't know where we are or who brought us here, but I do know one thing. We let ourselves get abducted, didn't we? Don't make me say it. It was pure carelessness. I don't really think it's carelessness. It's more like outclassed. I just realized something. These suspects are arms brokers, right? So they do lots of illegal trades. Super bad guys like them would normally kill us, right? If we're alive, maybe they're going to sell us to someone. They're gonna sell us to some research facility and test weapons on us and torture us. Or what if they make us dress in a What if they make us dress up in a cat costume and meow for them? That would be even worse. I mean, both are really bad situations, but to be honest, I'd rather be tortured than do the latter because I cannot give them some form of uh, pleasure in this. I don't even want to know where that last beer came from. It's okay, Miyu. Look, Miyako isn't with us, which means that she hasn't been caught yet. Just sit tight and plan how we're gonna get back at these guys once she rescues us. Is everyone okay? Uninjured? Miyako! Miyako! Right on time. See, I told you she'd come to rescue us. Oh, about that. I'm more of a prisoner than a rescuer in this situation. This is the last. Disqualified. If this was SRT's CQB test, every last one of you would have been disqualified. That equipment, are you? Aren't you the Pack Squad? I don't understand what's happening here. What, you don't like parties? We decided to organize a little surprise welcoming party for our successors. Come on now, I thought you would have grown up a little after your recent adventures in Kivoros, but it looks like you're still the same old you, huh? Did you think you were coming to a tea party? I can't believe my eyes when you just rushed into an unknown building with no backup and no recon. Oh dear, you shouldn't be so harsh on them, Kurumi. At least students who take the CQB test know that they're taking it. How could they have predicted us being here? If they'd been up against ordinary arms dealers like they thought, their plan would have been perfect. The next time an enemy appears unexpectedly on the battlefield, should we just ask them to politely leave? You all were unprepared. I'm sorry. Anyways. My god. Anyways, I'm sure you must be hungry after all that excitement. I made a bunch of inari sushi for everyone. Can't worry about the operations and preparedness for after everyone's stomachs are full. I know there's probably a million questions running through your mind, and trust me, we have a whole long full of things you want to say too, but let's enjoy a meal together first. Okay. Nom nom. I mean, I'd be slow to react too if I worried about as many things as you do during the middle of an operation. Imagine you're in a tight corridor like Miyako was before and it's tricky to maneuver your primary weapon. Now there's an enemy approaching from a different direction. What's your plan? I think you're supposed to switch to your sidearm and shoot. And you think right if you're following the manual, but you need to evaluate the situation in front of you. It's always gonna be different. Here, you should smash them as hard as you can with your gun and butt stuff. In close quarters like that, the fastest one wins. You're the one who was ambushed, so the enemy wouldn't expect a full frontal attack like that. And all this changes depending on the enemy's armor, distance, and strength. Real world situations are so different from the textbooks. I know, right? You know, funny story. I sparred with my cousin last week, and I thought for sure it'd be a walk in the park because he doesn't train. I just show them my videos of my training, but he kinda adapted, so I really was surprised when I couldn't take him down as easily as I thought I would. Anyways, moving on. You think all it took was a mission or two to be a veteran? You've got a lot to learn. Is this salmon roll? It pairs surprisingly well with the inari sushi. Hey, I was saving that for myself. Hands up. Chill out. It's just inari sushi. You really want to embarrass yourself in front of the little ones? You say little ones, but isn't Saki taller than the both of you? Here, just have the egg Solboro flavored one. No thanks, I'll stick with the salmon roll. I brought enough of each kind, so there's no need to fight. Miu, here, don't be shy, dig in! Ah! Nico is so cute. Really? Even I can have some? Of course, in fact, I think this one right here has your name on it. Thanks. It's so good! It feels like forever since I've had Nico's cooking. You won't find inari sushi with this many toppings anywhere else in Kiboros. Getting up early was totally worth it all of a sudden. You'll always be able to recognize my inarizushi from anyone else because of my secret marinade. Why do you feel like I've had this inarizushi recently? Am I just imagining it? If it's okay to ask, how did you find me? I thought I found a really good spot, so I was kinda surprised. Me, right? The star student who aced the concealment training. Beep! You did really well, actually. We wouldn't have noticed if Nico hadn't pointed you out. Good job. Thank you. Why are you getting closer and closer? You were just so hidden. What's your process? Do you have some kind of special camo gear? What zoom is your scope set at? Miyu is just invisible. It's sad but true. Anyways, if our seniors in Fox Squad were the ones buying the weapons, I guess we don't have anything to worry about. If it came through them, I'm sure the fans were clean too. Actually, I'd like to ask a question. Of course, shoot. What did you guys take from the basement of the Serale during the coup? Oh, well, that. More importantly, I've been wondering this for a long time now. Disappeared without a word when SRT's closure was decided. The next thing we knew, you were storming the General Student Council building. Why? I can't share that information with you yet. Isn't it confidential? Is it confidential? No. It's not that. We need to determine if we could be reliable allies. Hold on, aren't we all on the same team? The SRT? What did we do wrong? Let me ask you a question. If we ordered you, could you stand against Sensei on the battlefield? Right now, at this very moment? I'm sorry, Yukino, they're all too loyal to Sensei. See, you're not ready to decide. A weapon has one purpose and is useless if it can't perform it. Oh, this is a nice Shiji. Oh! OST 162? Damn, they're playing it on this scene? Wow. Thanks for your hard work on this mission, Squad Leader Tsukiyuki. As of today, the Rabbit Squad is disbanded. You will all now be part of the Fox Squad. Disbanded? Our squad? Don't misunderstand. I'm not penalizing you for an unsatisfactory performance. I value your leadership. We're just relieving you of burdens you never should have had to shoulder. Let us bear the difficult work from here on out. But we want to help restore the SRT Academy. We never gave up. Yes, you've all worked hard. That, on top of your living situations, seems to have worn your squad down. There is no longer a need to bear the responsibility of reviving SRT Academy. That responsibility was always ours. Yours has always been to be a weapon in our toolbox. That's not what the Rabbit Squad. Squad Leader Tsukiyuki, you have to decide. Will you step up and fulfill your duty as a sharpened blade? Or will you waver and fight for justice with your rusted edge? Hold on! We've got company. Who? How could they have found us? Arona? Sensei? You guys are the Fox Squad, right? Nice to meet you. Hello, Fox Squad. I really enjoyed the Inarizushi last time. Sensei, did you follow us from the park? I didn't notice we were being tailed. Well, you guys left the park so suspiciously, so I came to find you. You all were acting weird, so I asked around and tracked you down. I believe this is our first meeting, Sensei. I've been wanting to thank you for your working and cleaning up the mess created by the Student Council President's sudden departure. On behalf of the SRT Academy, I would like to express my gratitude. Just doing my job. But what I'm discussing with Squad Leader Tsukiyuki is an internal SRT Academy business. So we'd appreciate it if you could leave this matter to us. I've heard that you are not one to undermine a student's decision or authority. Consider your authority the opposite of the undermined. But my students look like they need time to process. But I think you need to give Miyako some space. First day alone is better. Understood. It seems you're the kind of adult students inherently trust and follow. It's your type that tends to be the most aggravating. I'm glad your situation hasn't dampened your spirit. This fight can wait until D-Day. It won't be long anyway. Fox Squad, stand down. Head back to HQ for the next mission. Oh, this is another good CG. Squad Leader Tsukiyuki, I've sent a location to your phone. Come find me there if you are able to see things the right way. One day you'll understand. I'm alkaline tears already. Back at the park, the Rabbit Squad filled me in on their discovery earlier in the day and the ensuing operation. So the Fox Squad was behind the chalet incident. We should have told you from the beginning. It's one thing for us to mess up, it's another thing for our mess up to endanger you, Sensei. I guess we were kind of scared to tell you. You did great, there's nothing to worry about. It's okay, none of this is your fault. But we were totally clueless, just happily camping at the park. And you brought us all that expensive beef to thank us for something we caused. And we're just poor homeless students, so we can't even pay it back. The only thing we have to offer is expired bento. Please take it as thanks. Aw, you don't have to do that. Just promise to be my wife. Nah. No need really, I'm perfectly fine without it. We'll make it right by finding out what they took from Shali and retrieving it. But taking on the Fox Squad won't be easy. You have to at least ascertain what it is they took first. It's not something anyone's been missing and it didn't look big in the footage. Expensive tuna cans, teachers under... Huh? Miyu? What? The idea of the seniors bringing in the chalet armed to the teeth just to steal underwear is unnerving. Maybe it was Akira or Wakamo or even Shiroko, I can understand. But come on, the Fox Squad. We can worry about that later. I'd like to know more about the Fox Squad members. It slipped my mind that you wouldn't be familiar with them. To summarize the Fox Squad's seniors in a nutshell, they're Kiboto's elite. Elite forces with the combat capabilities of SRT are dime a dozen, but when it comes to special ops, they're insurmountable. They're trained to handle any situation in any kind of environment. Their skills go way beyond just combat. They were the ideal. They were the unit that not only met but embodied all that was expected of SRT agents. For example, the Fox Squad's deputy leader, Nico. She's a squad mom, you know, her. Yeah, she really is. Her capacity for acceptance and patience are unmatched, and I know because I definitely tested it. She used to pack in Arizushi lunches for any squad leaving for a mission. Nico was everyone's rock. Other squads would come to her for advice all the time. I mean, she really does fit the bill. Nico helped me a lot when I was new. She's not just nice though. No matter how hopeless an operation is, Nico never panics. Her ability to stay calm and evaluate a situation is invaluable. They say she's never lost count of the ammo or supplies the squads use in any operation, even with all those messy battles under her belt. In that sense, Moe, you could you could to huh? You could to take a cue from Nico. Don't deny that you find something exhilarating about emptying the entire magazine once in a while too. Then there was Kurumi, the Fox Squad's resident grump and point woman. I mean, she does look grumpy all the time, bruh. Well, being at the front lines all the time makes you a little high-strung, you know. You can't let your guard down for even a second. It could mean life or death for the whole squad. Kurumi's real power shines in her quick, flexible responses to the unexpected. She's unflappable through every ambush and attack. The way she can analyze her terrain and use it to her advantage under pressure is really impressive. I've actually heard that about her too. When her gun malfunctioned smack in the middle of enemy territory, she didn't waste a second. She just grabbed the nearest enemy's weapon and started breaking through them with their own firepower. If it were up to me, I probably would have followed my field manual and tried to fix it. I couldn't have turned it around like she did. I'm way more book smart than street smart, so I can't help but admire adaptability in other people. That's something you have to practice though. Like, you can't just get good in that certain area. Like, for example, I'm gonna use my own experiences in training MMA. I'm good at training with the bags and drills, but when it comes to sparring, bro, I forget all of the techniques. I just spam leg kicks, 1-2s, and some single leg takedowns, and that's it. All of those kicks that I learned, all thrown out the trash, bruh. Now Otogi, the sniper in the Fox Squad. I didn't get to talk about her much. I didn't get to talk to her much, but I've never met a sniper like her before. You're right in that assessment. She definitely isn't your usual lone wolf sniper who prefers to be hidden away. Otogi's got this natural charisma that really commands her room. The spotlight seemed to follow her at SRT. I've never met a sniper with a presence like hers. She is pretty weird in that sense. You normally want your snipers quiet, invisible, so they can hit their mark unnoticed. But when Otogi enters the field, you know, I had to go against her in a training drill once, and it was so hard. I was totally on edge, not knowing where her bullets would come from next, but knowing she was there. They say a good sniper neutralizes 3 enemies for every 1 bullet shot. Good coordination is really important so your teammates can benefit from any intel you gather. Compared to her, I mean, sometimes even my own teammates forget. That was one time, it wasn't your fault at all. She's right, the idiot wouldn't realize we were missing a member is to blame. It's not that hard to keep track of 3 people. Shut up, it wasn't like that at all. And then there's Yukino, the Fox Squad's leader. AKA Little Miss Perfect, and like actually perfect, not like when I'm making fun of Saki. It's true though, Yukino's unmatched. She manages and directs the squad members' movements down to the second. That squad trusts her more than they trust themselves. If she told them to jump off a plane with no parachute, they would do it with complete faith they would be okay. That was certainly a favorable evaluation. Yes, those seniors were our wildest dreams. We aspired to them, they were our role models. Anything our Rabbit Squad could accomplish, it's not just that the Fox Squad could do it too. They would do it better, faster, more efficiently, and smarter. You'd be surprised at how imperfect people actually are. True! True! And Miyako, the Rabbit Squad is not replaceable. Do you think so? It's hard not to think that way, I suppose. Because the Yukino in my memory, the way she glowed on the TV screen, that doesn't matter. She seemed different. Older? Mature? Maybe she grew up while she was gone, somewhere I couldn't go. There's so much I don't understand. Maybe they were right. If we still haven't grown throughout all of this, maybe it is time to throw in the towel, follow orders, and let people smarter and better than us shoulder all these responsibilities. What would the three of you want to do? Even if you ask us, it's just really overwhelming. Oh, what is that sound? Is it the emergency broadcast from the General Student Council? Do you think it's related to the recent attacks? All citizens of Kibotos, this is a critical announcement. In a few moments, we will deliver an urgent statement on behalf of the Kibotos General Student Council. We urge all residents to tune in to the official General Student Council channel or the Kronos channel to hear this pressing message. The General Student Council's official channel? Where's my phone? There's a much bigger screen you can use instead. Look up. Is that a video on the side of an airship? Greetings, citizens of Kibotos. Kaya, my baby girl. How have you been? It's been a while. You look cute as always. I didn't read that. Greetings, but citizens of Kibotos. I'm Shiranui Kaya, the head of the Kibotos General Student Council's Defense Office. I'm sorry for addressing you so unexpectedly today, but it is an urgent matter. In recent times, our city has faced numerous crises. A mysterious structure descended from the sky, paralyzing our city and causing extensive damage not only to the DU, but also to every other academy district. Unfortunately, as the General Student Council, we failed to effectively respond to this monumental crisis and provide a resolution. Instead, we relied on decisions made by Shale and the individual districts to mitigate the damages. This was due to the absence of Nanagami Rin, the acting General Student Council President, during the time of the incident. This has resulted in her relinquishing her responsibility. Criticism regarding her failure to fulfill her duties as acting General Student Council President has persisted, even within the Board of Administration. Finally, today, a vote of no confidence in Chief Officer Nanagami was passed. I, Kaya Shiranui, have been duly sworn in as the new acting General Student Council President. What? New acting General Student Council President? This transition is not a matter we take lightly. We acknowledge that many of you are likely concerned about this sudden change in the General Student Council's leadership. Nevertheless, we are committed to restoring normalcy in Kibotos and seek your support for the new Board of Administration that will be established. And lastly, Sensei, I'm sure you're watching this broadcast from somewhere right now, Sensei. For the sake of the future of Kibotos and Shale, please abide by my request, Sensei. As soon as this broadcast is over, please request your presence to the General Student Council's reception room. All members of the General Student Council eagerly anticipate your visit. Thank you and farewell. I look forward to Kibotos' future. Let me meet you one-on-one, and I'll go there in an instant like the Flash. What exactly is going on here? The General Student Council is in crisis. A few hours earlier in the Kibotos General Student Council conference room. Damn. This NPC though. She looks cute. The next item on the agenda is determining the level of punishment for the Kaiser Corporation and its executives for exploiting a disaster to spark a civil war and seize the authority of the General Student Council. Normally, this would have been a top priority for the General Student Council and the Board of Administration once they were back in session. However, due to the destruction of many of these communications and logistics facilities during the recent events, discussions on this matter have been postponed while we prioritize the restoration of our deal for the safety and well-being of our citizens. Thank you for the clarification. As you mentioned, the Kaiser Corporation led a group of private soldiers in an attempt to seize control of the Sanctum Tower and use the ancient weapon they had unearthed. Although we managed to prevent the situation from escalating with the help of Chalice Sensei and student council members from various districts, it's essential to recognize the potential consequences. If we had failed to stop them, not only would the General Student Council have collapsed, but Kibotos itself would have been in grave danger. This entire attempt was only possible because the Kaiser Corporation is a mega corporation with influence in everything from defense to logistics. To ensure that such an incident is never repeated, I believe it's crucial to impose the most severe punishment on the Kaiser Corporation and its executives. Wait a minute, well, it's true that... Is this supposed to be a Yuka copy, bruh? While it's true that the Kaiser Corporation used private soldiers to forcefully take over the General Student Council, we can hardly ignore the fact that the Chief Officer Rin's unilateral activation of the Emergency Response Committee just before the incident caused chaos within the council. But the reason we weren't present that day was due to the motion to censure Rin. Moreover, there are reports suggesting that Chief Officer Rin was seen riding in one of the ancient weapons unearthed by the Kaiser Corporation. In fact, isn't it possible that Chief Officer Rin was somehow involved with the Kaiser Corporation in this matter? That's quite a serious accusation. I understand that they might be suspicious surrounding this case, but let's remember that there are established procedures and protocols for handling such matters. If a resolution of accountability is passed and an investigation into the Kaiser Corporation is initiated, you can count on me to fully cooperate with the investigation. Hey, it's her. Her name is Haine? Hey, Aoi, how many hours has this meeting been going on? Did we miss lunch already? It's been 8 hours 32 minutes and 15 seconds since we began. But we still have 3 more items on the agenda, so just eat your onigiri. Endurance meetings like this are fairly typical for the Board of Administration, aren't they? What is that face? I did not expect that face from this girl. Onigiri? What onigiri? Hey, Aoi, you didn't give me any onigiri. Her name is Haine? I don't know. Heini? Wasn't it Rin who gave Chalice Sensei the extrajudicial powers in the first place? Even though it was in a memo from the General Student Council President, we couldn't even verify if the memo is authentic. We have been through this. The memo is undoubtedly from the General Student Council President. If necessary, we can confirm its authenticity through handwriting analysis. Chief Officer, this is besides the point. There are established procedures for everything. Ignoring the decisions of the Board of Administration, even if you're the acting General Student Council President, is unacceptable. I have always followed rules and procedures exactly as written out, but... Hey, Sumomo, did you get your onigiri? I'm too sleepy to eat right now. No, not for you. I'm trying to ask if you took my share of onigiri. Maybe Momo ka. Kaiser Corporation is a major player in Kibotos. If they go under, it would be a catastrophe worse than the tower incident. With Kaiser Industries, Kaiser Construction, and Kaiser Convenience all going bankrupt, unemployment would skyrocket. Who will take responsibility for that, Chief Officer? Given the influence of Kaiser Corporation, I believe a fine to assist with the cleanup and restoration will suffice. Hey Momoka, are you hungry? You're not getting any of my tarako flavored chips no matter how much you beg, so don't even try. Go get some onigiri or something, just don't touch my chips. No, I'm trying to tell you that I never got onigiri. This poor girl, give her the onigiri. Hello, Kaya. I don't believe further discussions will be productive at this time. Chief Officer, I think everyone will benefit from some fresh air. Let's adjourn for today and reconvene later. Understood. Since it's getting late, we'll close the meeting and resume tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. I thought I was prepared for how difficult that was going to be. Thank you for your work, Chief Officer. Chief of Defense. Thank you, you as well. Was there anything the matter? How are you doing? I just wanted to stop by and let you know that I think you killed it. You flatter me. I've thought this before, but they're totally out of line. Practically all they use their mouths for are to gossip about you or talk about themselves. Being a leader and having to make decisions based on so many differing opinions isn't easy. I can't blame them though. I'm responsible for this situation too. I just have to be patient and convince them one by one. But do you really need to though? You're just the chief officer or general management, but you're also the acting general student council president. You could make things so much easier for yourself by using your authority to make the other chairs say yes. But authority? It's like a double-edged sword, Chief of Defense. It might seem like a quick fix, but its value dwindles the more you rely on it. I can't use my authority to suppress others' voices, just because they disagree with me. Honestly, I'm not even sure about myself. As I suspected, you might not be cut out for the whole president thing. Yoy! What are you saying, Chief of Defense? Rin, truly, I'd never like you. You're nothing like the president, but you had all her favor. And look at you, even after she's gone, you're still trying to do right by her. You're the president, and you're still listening to everyone around you and harping about procedures. Your maddening, centrist approach won't solve anything. Kibotos can only be fixed by a superhuman. Chip Kaya, the General Student Council president is missing, and her seat is vacant. My role as the chief officer is to protect and preserve that seat during her absence. Oh, is that so? Funnily enough, I stumbled upon something interesting in Charlotte's basement during this recent incident. A secret letter from the General Student Council president that has never been made public. A secret letter? According to the letter, the president wanted the chief of defense to take charge in the event of an emergency, not the chief officer. In other words, the person who should have been the acting president during her absence was never Nanagami Rin. It was always intended to be Shiranui Kaya. What nonsense are you saying right now? Now then, why was a letter with such an important message secretly hidden in Charlie's basement? Yes, hidden in Charlie's basement, in a building coincidentally enough that only Chief Officer Nanagami Rin had access to when the General Student Council resident disappeared. And to further the coincidences, is it not you, Chief Officer Rin, who has the most to gain by the concealment of this document? This is ridiculous. Do you think people would just believe the letter's authenticity without proof? I'll have a handwriting appraisal done, as well as an analysis of the signature. That should be no problem if the General Student Council wrote that letter. Certainly, verifying the document's authenticity is crucial, just like with the note found in the President's office. I would consider your current standing in the council. How many members do you think will believe you? Kaya, you... Chief Officer Nanagami Rin, you are under emergency arrest for concealing official documents and abusing authority. Pursuant to Article 78 of the General Student Council Executive Regulations, your duties as acting General Student Council President are automatically suspended until the investigation concludes. Oh my god. I know I'm supposed to hate her, but come on now, guys. Look at that face. Don't tell me you don't feel anything about that. Oh. Sorry, I'm just a simp for Kaya. But in the interim, I suppose... I suppose we'll need a new acting president now, won't we? You planned this from the very start. If the president returns, she won't forgive you for this. And if she does return, I look forward to seeing her reaction to your absolute failure in her absence. Now, please respectfully escort the chief officer to her dormitory. Place her under 24-hour house arrest and surveillance. Yes, ma'am. This OST goes hard. Director of Human Resources, how are things with the process around the General Student Council building? I was actually just about to reach out to you about that. We assembled many students to protest the Transportation Office and Regulatory Committee's weak response to the to the many incidents at public facilities recently. I thought I would need to hire them, but they surprisingly just volunteered. Maybe it's because they were our students, but they seem very excited, talking about transportation technology or something. Of course, none of this would have been possible without your intel, Chief of Defense. There was a lot of information that would have been hard to grasp unless you were there. I was curious how you gathered all this data. Would this stupid curiosity of yours help you complete your tasks in any way? Oh no, I didn't mean to pry. Anyway, to report, angry students are protesting in part of the building, so even if you're a neutral board member not interested in factionalism, it won't look good for Chief Officer Rin. I'm sure most would be in favor if we held a vote of no confidence. Great job, and stay vigilant in managing the protesters. Heine, what about the letters you were supposed to send to the sports federations? What is that face? There's Mika XD, there's Koyoki XD, there's Reisa XD. What is this? Heine Sensei face. I sent it right away just like you asked. Well, not exactly right away. I was so hungry after the meeting that I stopped by the kitchen to grab a bite to eat. You don't need to report every little thing like that. So, how is the sports industry reacting? They usually take a pretty hard line against cheating and manipulation, so everyone was pretty disappointed to hear that Chief Officer Ren had falsified official documents for your own gain. Is it true that the Fox Squad that raided the General Student Council the other day was also funded by Chief Officer Ren? It did seem like they were in a rush to shut down the Starty Academy. Of course, that's all. I'm going to hang... By the way, those boxes can really give it to you, huh? They put me in a reverse key lock as soon as I grabbed their shoulders. I bet they got training in martial arts submissions at SRT too. I should have strapped out then. My shoulder might never recover from that last attack. Damn. Did they do a reverse Kimura on you? That actually hurts. Heine, I'm hanging up. Yeah, wait. But this is really important. I was supposed to get an onigiri earlier. I want to know who... At least I can put our concerns about the no confidence votes to rest. Lastly... Protocol team? Yes, I need you to drop an emergency statement right away. Also, reach out to the Kronos channel and the municipal stations. It'll take time to set up the cameras. The no confidence vote shouldn't take long. The outcome is already set. Yes, please help us stay on track. And we'll be welcoming a very special guest soon, so please be prepared. Our guest's name is... Sensei. I went straight to the General Student Council building after hearing Kaya's broadcast. Sensei! Oh dear, we're in a tight spot. Rin is... No, the chief officer is... Can you update me on the situation? Calm down, Ayumu. What happened? So Ren has been arrested. She's been accused of forging the General Student Council President's letter for her own gain and ordering acts of terrorism against fellow officers. The letter the President left when she disappeared? How? It's all just a horrible misunderstanding. No misunderstanding. They framed her 100%. If our high-minded senior had been someone who is capable of considering any kind of self-interest or preservation, the General Student Council would have never recovered and continued to run the way it did. But alas, too preoccupied with doing the right thing, she fell for their blatant schemes. How are you both? Are you okay? We're hanging in there, at least for now. In the no-confidence vote, Defense Chief Kaya's supporters were almost overwhelmingly loud. Those who argued for Rin's innocence were drowned out by their prevailing sentiment and ousted from the proceedings. I've always complained about work, but I never thought I'd see the day when I'd skip it like this. You're here, Sensei. The new acting General Student Council President is waiting for you. Right this way. I'd think twice if I were you, Sensei. They're pretty blatantly setting a trap and asking you to walk into it. Going there would be a pretty dumb, don't you think? You're gonna get crushed like a potato chip. I'll manage, one way or another. Just stay safe until I get back, Momoka, Ayumu. Your lucky blind positivity is your best trait. A sucker like me can't help you if you really wanna go in there, so be careful. Please take care of yourself, Sensei. Follow me. Hello, Sensei. I'm sorry the General Student Council's mess has caused so much inconvenience. Normally you would have had someone greet you formally, but I heard you were out earlier. Given the circumstances, I felt it necessary to call on you directly. I do apologize if it was such a public medium. You didn't. Shit. Damn that face, dude. You didn't have any urgent plans, did you? Anything special planned? Maybe a date with you. Yeah. Just stop it, myself, bro. What are you doing, Ren? Just some errands to take care of. Beyond that, what happened to Ren? Chief Officer Rin is currently under detention in the student dorms. I've stepped in as acting president of the General Student Council following the Student Council President's recently discovered letter. I'm looking forward to working even more closely with you, Sensei. Sure. About that, where did this supposed letter come from, Kaya? It was found in the school's basement. We store some of the president's old belongings and projects like the crafting room in there. I can completely understand how this could have happened during the transfer of authority and Shali's involvement. Even someone like Ren can make mistakes. And did you orchestrate this unauthorized search of the basement? I suppose I can't deny that at this point. Once a coup threw you into chaos, I secretly had someone retrieve any of the president's belongings still in the basement. It just seems so strange to me. The thought of a superhuman like the General Student Council President disappearing, leaving Rin of all people to fill her shoes. What do you mean by superhuman? Did she have even more special powers than the others? Maybe GSC President has the best mystic out of all? I thought maybe there was something the ordinary students weren't getting, some great plan. But it was thanks to this unauthorized search that I finally uncovered the General Student Council President's true intentions. I know I overstepped, but the ends justify the means. You're starting to get it. Sometimes rules and processes impede justice. The people in power aren't superhumans, their laws are weak. Bulls and pests will always come crawling out of the woodwork to find and exploit their flimsy systems. One needs heavy boots to crush those pests, Sensei. Kaiser might have got a little overzealous during their occupation of Shale, but that doesn't mean their power is a lie. The opposite, actually. Wielding authority properly as it was intended happens to be a natural part of the job as the Chief of Defense. So I fully intend to use my authority as acting General Student Council President to its fullest extent. What are you going to do with Shale? What I'm going to do with Shale? You make me sound so villainous, Sensei. Why would I change anything, especially after all you and your little team did for Caerbannog when the General Student Council was in chaos? We appreciate your contributions and wouldn't dream of acting ungratefully. But it's also evident to anyone with the eyes that you're overworked, Sensei. While students do take shifts to help lighten your day-to-day workload, Shale's organizational structure inherently means you'll always be stretched thin. So we've been thinking about it. We, the members of the General Student Council, have been brainstorming how we could, help you out, Sensei. And how do you plan on doing that? This is a proposal to reform Shale's administrative structure. We'll hope to present this to you for your approval. Our main goal is to lessen your workload while giving you more authority, Sensei. Take your time and look it over. If you approve, sign the dotted line. What changes after you sign this? Damn. Ooh. Why? If evil, why hot? I didn't read that. Nothing changes, per se. You can keep doing your job as you always have. Spend your days with your students, help citizens in need. Of course, it's no issue if you don't want to keep working. I won't judge you if you decide to slack up a bit, Sensei. Okay. Hear me out, guys. She told us we can slack up whenever we want. Best wife! Best wife! Best wife! If you need money, consider yourself taken care of. Best wife! We even handle all that tedious paperwork for you. Okay, best! Really best wife. I do remember how much you hate those reports. The ball's in your court, Sensei. You would have to just give us one little thing. Moving forward, we'll take responsibility for your actions. All activities in Shale will be conducted in the name of the General Student Council. Whatever you may do, whatever consequences follow Shale, will handle the aftermath. Not a bad proposition, right? Adults are known for trying to dodge responsibilities, aren't they? That's kinda true. That really is kinda true though. It's sad, but it's true. So, why the zoom up on her face? Now I'm really falling for her more. So I'll take on all of it for you, Sensei. You can just lean on me and finally breathe easy. Guys, if I really was Sensei in the story right now, I'll take her proposal. Not because, well, the reasons are because of what she proposed, but also because it's Kaya, okay? I'm just weak for her. Thank you for the offer, but I won't sign this. It's a shame you did that. Being an adult means shouldering responsibilities, no matter how heavy. As always, Chad Sensei. Damn. That look on Kaya though. Come again? Sensei, there seems to be some confusion. Our proposal isn't about trying to pin you down. It's not an underhanded trick to take away Shale's authority. We're only looking to make your job easier, to give you more freedom. You could do whatever you wanted. Of course, the proposal isn't set in stone. If there was a clause you disliked, we can discuss it. I won't lie, your offer is tempting, Kaya. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. But I can't let my students watch my back as I run away. But lacking off doesn't exactly set the right tone for my students. First dialogue is better. You really are just a stubborn adult. A stubborn, pathetic adult so lost in your childish ideals that you can't face reality. Managing people like you is truly draining. But fine, we'll shelve this reform proposal for now. Tomorrow, sweeping administrative reforms from our newly reformed cabinet will go into effect. These changes are Kibotos' future. I'm going to transform our society into a well-regulated, perfect new world. I hope you reconsider after witnessing our new Kibotos come to fruition. Provision. The Defense Department, or rather the General Student Council, is always open to you now. I expect I'll see you soon, Sensei. Leave. Kinda like your irritated look. The next morning in front of Kosagi Park. Oh my god. That school bell sound effect fucking terrified me for a second. Bro, I thought for sure something went wrong with the music to suddenly sound like that. I was like, what the fuck is that? Anyway, attention residents, a new executive order will go into effect at 12 a.m. today. Please visit the General Student Council website as well as your local administrative agency for further details. We look forward to your active cooperation in any future inspections by law enforcement. The General Student Council is not responsible for any harm or dangers incurred from a failure to comply. Once again, attention residents, a new executive order will go into effect at 12 a.m. today. Is this really happening? I guess so, although I don't even really know what this is. I already tried to read through the clauses on their stupid website, but it was so convoluted. You can't tell exactly what they're saying at all. Do you think Sensei's okay? We haven't heard from them since they went to the student council building yesterday. Sensei will be okay. The new council's influence hasn't reached the Sanctum Tower as of yet. My biggest concern is what's happening all around the city right now. The announcements were alarming enough, but since this morning, I've seen a parade of armored troops, transports, and soldiers filling up the streets. There's no way it's another coup, is there? It's way too eerily quiet. We'd have at least heard some shooting. It's hard to tell. We don't have any vision of the city from here. Right now, information is our most essential resource. We'll have to do some recon in the field. Gear up, Rabbit Squad. Let's get to the bottom of this. Oh, jeez. Are those idiots Kaiser's Special Forces or whatever? Yeah, I recognize them. Why are they decked out in gear in the middle of the city? It's all civilian zones here. Attention citizens! As of today, security supervision of our excuse me, of our 47 districts, including Kusagi town, will be managed by the Kaiser Security. In accordance with the Acting General Student Council President's will and the new executive order, Kaiser Security will ensure public order in Kiboros. We request the public's cooperation to ensure seamless transition. Oh man, running so late. Why's the traffic light taking forever today? I'm gonna be late at this rate. Maybe I'll just go... Halt! Me? Yes, you? Why are you trying to cross the street where the light is red? I was running late for my appointment and was rushing. I'm very sorry, can you give me a pass this one time? Rules apply to everyone equally. For violating the General Student Council's regulations and disrupting traffic, you will be charged with a 100,000 yen penalty. The fuck? 100,000 yen ticket for your jaywalking? I mean, I get jaywalking isn't cool, but that's way more than usual. Opposing the will of the Acting General Student Council President? Unacceptable! You are under arrest for sedition! This can't be happening! Now people know why AI is so dangerous. Don't ever make androids be the ones to take charge in all of these roles in the future, please. Now, how does this thing work again? Is it this button? What's that? Why is everyone counting around this 8 AM? You there, why are you loitering? Please bear with me, I'm an old man and not tech savvy. Withdrawing cash takes me a while sometimes, just need to find the right button. Everyone is equal, no exceptions, all citizens deserve access to the public utilities. You must move once your allotted time has passed. Your selfish behavior has created a line. I can't even get cash these days. You there, what's that in your hand? Oh, this? Just a grenade. Just a grenade? Just a deadly explosive device that could destroy buildings and injure citizens. Oh my god, I'm sorry, excuse me for that. Injure citizens with a mere toss? Are you a terrorist? Who is your target? Hold up, since when can we not carry our grenades around? You wouldn't tell me I couldn't carry my school books or water bottle, would you? I'm pretty sure grenades are listed on our supplies list. In accordance with the new executive orders, carrying explosives weighing over 100 grams within DU territory is illegal. You are under arrest for conspiracy to commit a terror attack. No way, that's absurd. There are soldiers everywhere and they're arresting citizens left, right, and center. And since when did it become illegal to carry grenades in the city? If that was a thing, I would have been arrested ages ago. It's all part of that new executive order they issued. There's so many new rules and regulations. They could probably teach an entire class on it. The textbook would be huge. Ahem. We're focusing on the wrong thing here. Since when is Kaiser Corporation in charge of policing the public? Shouldn't the whole lot of them behind bars after their last failed coup? Kaiser has more influence than we realize, I think. I can't stand seeing law enforcement intimidating and arresting residents, even if it's in the name of crime prevention. That's not how justice should be upheld. But you know, today does feel more orderly. On a typical day in Kibotos, you'd have some yahoos firing guns or trying to blow us up with a grenade launcher. With such a threatening security presence, no one's foolish enough to start anything. Why does this feel so wrong? Isn't this the ideal society? No one commits any crimes because the law reigns sovereign over the city, so why does it feel so ominous? Is this the justice I've envisioned all these years? Hey, it's this guy. Hey, you there, what are you doing? Do not know me. It is your first time wielding such greatness, I would assume. We are well known, famous even among folks who pursue a lifestyle of minimalism and tranquility. You must have been living a life of extravagance to not know about us. Hey, Descartes! My boy, how are you? I am Descartes. We are a collective of the poor who help to live simply and honestly. We call ourselves the pursuers of non-possessive happiness. The pursuers for short. The pursuers. I'm sorry. Exactly. And we are moochers of our society. We choose this way of life to nourish our souls, not working, not owning, not wanting. Interested? If you fancy our way of life, please. Bravo 1. Take this idiot away. No, wait a minute. We haven't done anything wrong. If you're going to haul us away, you have to at least give a reason. Okay, here's your reason. Because you did nothing. You are cancerous parasites leeching off of society. You drain its resources and give nothing in return. For a thriving community, we need to reshape mindsets like yours. We're sending you to the Kaiser Corporation's employment facility to work. Time for you to contribute to society. No! You can't make me work! No! Excuse me? Even if the course of action you pursue is for the public good and safety, you cannot arrest citizens without a warrant. If you abuse your authority like this as a member of the SRT Academy, I have no choice but to intervene. You misunderstand! This is the will of the acting president. Am I to understand you are questioning our command? Even if you say it's her will, a weapon has one purpose and is useless if you can't perform it. Anyway, which school are you from? I don't recognize your uniforms. The SRT Academy. SRT Academy? Doesn't ring any bells. Excuse me, are you trying to antagonize us? Saki, it's okay if they don't know. It just means we'll have to teach them who we are. One lesson at a time. On top of that, you seem to have weapons that violate the new executive order. You're being detained too! Drop your weapons and put your hands in the air! Rabbit 1, permission? Permission granted, on my signal. It's fine, I can handle this. Ooh? Hey, it's... Oh my god. I still remember the joke I made about this guy back when I was reading Volume F. What was it again? Jeep L's protagonist, Shiki Kan. What are you doing here? It's been a while, Rabbit Squad. General, from the recent attack on Chalet, you mean the one who nearly blew up a building during Operation Recapture Chalet? I'm honored by this decision stood out enough in the midst of the minds of such elites as yourselves to be remembered. Don't get a big head about it. It's more like your refusal to accept defeat was so absurd that I couldn't help but remember you. I suppose I'll have to take what I can get. I will admit, I may have underestimated your squad back then. But unfortunately for you, I'm not too prideful to learn from my past mistakes. Why not let us go? Why let us go? The odds were on your side in that situation. As if those grunts would have stopped you. Regardless, I have orders. Direct orders from the Acting General Student Council President. In fact, to not antagonize the SRT Academy students. The acting... From Defense Chief Kaya? Yeah, it seems she's planning to reinstate the SRT Academy under her command this time. If that is true, we may not be allies, but we'll be on the same side. I have no reason to fight you. She's going to reinstate SRT? There, your complexion is pale. Pale. Do you need anything? Probiotics? Food? Please feel free to take advantage of Kaiser's services. You'll have access to whatever supplies you need at the Kaiser Express in front of the park. Granted, we can't openly give you outlawed weapons, but if you need something, let's just say we can arrange something a little more discreet. You know, this general guy is so creepy. What? It's... you can't see it, but it's very heavily implied that that guy, the general, was placing its hands on Miyako's shoulder while whispering to her about it. It's very common in these types of stories. But come on, Miyako's 15, bro. You're gonna get arrested. Your offer sounds fine and dandy, but I know when something's too good to be true. What are you scheming behind the scenes? Your last plan to overthrow the General Student Council failed largely because of us. Surely you resent us? Isn't that a given? I can't stand you, SRT. You have power most can only dream of, and you squander it away on your shallow ideas of justice. Your misguided sense of righteousness almost cost me everything. The idea of taking each and every one of you down, it's incredibly appealing. Eee! How dare you? How dare you make me you scared? But sometimes society requires us to not. You forgot something to add here, Nexon.
What the fuck is that?
Sometimes society requires us to be nice. It requires handshakes with trembling little rabbits. Personal vendettas mean nothing in the face of my greater goals. In that regard, President Kaya sets a good example. Should collaborate with anyone as long as it further their goals. She proved as much when she extended her hand again after I betrayed her. The cooperation of two people who understand how to exploit the other's strengths is stronger than your paltry relationship. Things like comradeship, friendship, machinations of the weak. You believe in nothing then. Yeah, I have my beliefs, but they don't dictate my mission. I follow orders, regardless of my personal beliefs. That's what makes an ideal soldier. A proper special ops agent. You know, it reminds me of that quote from... what's it? It's from Star Wars. From that stormtrooper guy. Good soldier follows orders. I think that's the quote. Can you claim that to me? You're strong but idealistic to a fault. Whiny children. You're covering prey who fight the injustices in front of you but turn your head at inequalities but don't affect you. So keep winning as many battles as you want, but you won't be able to win this war. You don't have the resolve. Let's head back, everyone. We collected more than enough intel. Please, feel free to accept some of Kaiser's free supplies on your way back. No thank you. I'm not naive enough to be in debt to someone like you, not when I don't know what you're planning. Oh, excellent. At least the leader has some amount of common sense. Until next time, then. I can't... Why did you use Muse? L2D team, bro. I can't believe we just got lambasted by that loser of all people. Something's wrong. What is it? Is there something on my face? No, about when he was taunting us earlier. You're usually a hot-headed idiot, so I was just waiting for your balloon to explode. But you actually kept your cool. Has our little Saki finally matured? There were soldiers with guns everywhere. It's not about maturity. I was trying to not get us killed. I would have liked to take the stupid general's face and... Well, he was right about one thing. Dominating in battle won't help if those in power change the rules every time they start losing. I mean, at the end of the day, we were made to follow orders. At SRT, they always said on the battlefield, emotions are a distraction, and distractions mean failure. So, I think it's time to address the elephant in the room. What's our next move, Miyako? Elephant? What do you mean? Don't play dumb! Yukino wants us to disband and become a part of the Fox Squad. What do you want to do? I'm hesitant to disband Rabbit Squad, but if the SRT Academy is really reopened, it'd be a little purposeless to continue protesting here. Then maybe being a good weapon listening is our best option. I mean, how much longer are we really going to live in a park? We can't keep scavenging for supplies forever. We have no way of making money and improving our situation. And I personally would much rather have a warm bed when winter hits. I'll do whatever you do, Miyako. I see. Considering Ship Kaya promised to restore the SRT Academy, keeping up this barricade in the park is pointless. Joining our seniors would mean a structured life, better weapons, and a comfortable place to live for the whole squad. What matters more to me are these ideals I've dug my nails into since the moment I joined SRT. Just that. Ideals? Dreams? My squad members' struggles are what matters. Aww. At least Miyako does care so much for the whole squad. That's what's the best trait for a leader. To have compassion for all your teammates because they're going to be working with you. You can't treat them like shit because that will backfire so much. Anyways, listen up, everyone. I can't make a final decision without hearing from you first. Why is the gacha music playing? There's something about the smell of a bottle of Blue Mountain after morning drills. The heating and grinding process of the beans is meticulous and intense, but it's necessary for the beans to produce this perfect flavor. A harmonious blend of acidic and refreshing. Kind of like handling people. If you approach governing hesitantly, scared of opinions and backlash, you're left with nothing but a bitter taste in your mouth. Damn, Kaya really is the politician eh. There are murmurs now, but in time, Kibotos' people will see. They'll understand that freedom is a small price to pay for the harmony of order. With Chief Officer Rin's supporters ousted and Kaiser Corporation's cooperation secured, everything's on track. Granting them authority to dole out punishments was a no-brainer for access to their influence and money. If I just slowly accumulate power like this, I might even become the next General Student Council President. Oh, Chief Kaya, Acting General Student Council President. My apologies, I have something to report. Deputy Chief of Defense? This had better be important. I have too much on my plate for trivialities. About that, normally I'd report to the supervisory office, but Chief Officer Ren is unavailable, so I came directly to you and said, in that case, make it quick. What is it? At 11 a.m. earlier today, a cash transfer train on the Hokuroku Central Line was commandeered by armed criminals. Their current location is unknown. According to protocol, the acting president must contact the transportation office to activate the emergency system and request assistance from neighboring districts. Yes, a train hacking armed robbers. Wait, a train was hijacked? Why am I only hearing about this now? Huh? But hijackings are practically routine in Kibotos. It's almost a monthly tradition at this point. And you very empathetically specified no reports this morning, so... Routine, you said? And Chief Officer Rin used to handle these hijackings on top of our other responsibilities? Yes, that's correct. Fine, I'll handle transportation. Coordinate with the Valkyrie Police School to ID the criminals and seal off possible escape routes. Start with the stations. There's a slight issue. What? What now? The Public Peace Bureau Director and all its members who usually handle this are actually still on probation. They're punished for disobeying orders. Due to the executive order going into effect, both Security Bureau students are out on weapons inspections, so there's no personnel to respond to the situation. Then rally any available officer or public safety member you can find. Is it restoring order your duty? If you let this new council down, then I can't help but wonder what new role do you, Deputy Chief of Defense, will be holding once the dust settles. I'll handle it immediately. Didn't expect this being president to be so draining. Hello, Transportation Office. Huh? Chief Kaya? What do you want? My title is Acting General Student Council President, not Chief. You want me to call you that? My lunch will be delivered and go cold before I finish, which my lunch will be delivered soon, so I'm busy. There are more pressing matters than your lunch. The Deputy Chief of Defense reported the hijacking of a cash transfer train on the Hokuroku Central Line. I need you to activate the emergency system and dispatch personnel. Organize the search and retrieval for the train and report back to me. Well, I think I'm good. Excuse me? Train hijackings aren't like snap of my fingers. And the problem will be fixed. It's going to be an annoying, drawn-out process. I'll handle it after lunch. Do not grasp the urgency here. If you think your lackadaisical attitude is going to fly here, I'll arrest you for negligence and sabotage of the General Student Council. Sure, go ahead. At least I won't have to work anymore. Can you ask them to bring me some chips? Ooh, I really hope whoever replaces me can read and manage all these operational charts and stuff. Well, best of luck to them, I guess. Nobody knows Kibotos' operations like me and my staff, Kaya. But if you want to gut my department, go ahead. I'm sure that will work out real well for you. Are you trying to strong-arm me? My lunch just got here later. Poor Kaya. Stay calm, Kaya. Deep breaths. Your Kibotos is finest, and that future General Student Council President. Stay calm and rational. Tackle problems one at a time. What problem needs fixing now? You seem on edge, Acting President. Oh, Chief of Finance. Just dealing with a barrage of issues in my first day. There's always a transition period. You're a sensible one, so I trust you're not here to add to my troubles. So about the new executive order expenses invoice you submitted earlier? Yes, it's necessary for the new council. Please process it. Rejected. What? On what grounds? I reviewed it personally and all the invoice entries are in Arabic numerals. It's against policy to process non-Chinese numerals to prevent fraud. Also, the authorization stamp is smudged and difficult to read. If I can't read the name, I can't verify it. If I can't verify it, I can't approve it. You submit it following the correct procedures at your convenience. Wait, Chief Aoi? Aoi, I'm swapped all the way to my banks right now. Couldn't you overlook this just once? I promise I'll make it up to... No. No exceptions to matter your position. Even Chief Officer and revised her mistakes herself. But revisions of a same day turnaround. If it isn't corrected by today, I'll have to dismiss it entirely. Could I perhaps get an extension? Poor Kaya. Just until tomorrow. Tomorrow, but not a minute later. Seriously? Did everyone just wake up and decide to be difficult today? Why can't I find any competent help? Not one single person. I can't believe my bad luck with people. Problems? Yes, but all trivial. They just need to be delegated properly. It's only that incompetence somehow has the power to make a mountain of even the tiniest molehill. The Fox Squad seems to be my only subordinates who can do as they're told. Because discipline and executing orders are a job. And a weapon is useless if it can't fulfill its purpose. That kind of mindset is why I appreciate you. I do have a question. When do you plan on reviving the SKT Academy? Is that really your concern right now? Right now, we need to secure the board's trust and consolidate power. Once I control the council, I'll make you 10 new SRTs. Priorities, Yukino. Oh, I don't think Yukino likes that, but she is professional. Understood, I apologize. It's okay, remember, I'm the only one who truly understands you and your worth. Trust in me and you'll have what you want. Following my orders is the only way for you to give your squad members and those starry-eyed underclassmen what they need most. Understood. Acting General Student Council President, I have a report. At this point, nothing could surprise me anymore. Well, go on, what's the crisis this time? It's, the Director of Human Resources was attacked by your subordinates. What did he say? A few hours earlier, outside the General Student Council building. Good work, comrades! Let's do. The quick dismiss of the acting president was thanks to every single one of you here. You came together as one, screaming voice, and our injustices were heard. Hooray! It's been days. They might be our alumni, but they're so dedicated to protesting, it almost makes me feel bad. Did you hear how they actually refused payment? Let's go. Let's go. There's no need for pity. Challenging injustice and authority is the workers' way. We could protest all day, as long as it's against those in power. I guess you never did take the red winter out of the student. So, is Chief Officer Rin really gone? Huh? That's old news. Shouldn't take the power of our protesters shout. Chief Officer Win stepped down already. Then who is the acting General Student Council President now? Shiranui Kaya. Now, I think. It's kind of confusing, but they said the old president chose her or something. Which means... Let's go! Let's go, Minori! Ura! Revolution! Down with fake President Kaya! Down! Down! Fake! Fake! What? What are you chanting right now? Hey, we won already. We wanted Rin out, not Kaya. We did, but Rin stepped down. Kaya is the acting president now. She's the representative authority of all of Kibotos. So that means everything in Kibotos is her fault now. Her fault! Her fault! I can't even begin to follow your logic. She just became the acting president today. How could she possibly be responsible for the state of the Kibotos? Leaders are accountable for their team's mistakes, so any issues arising in Kibotos should fall on the shoulders of the current acting General Student Council President, aka Shiranui Kaya. Whether it's the absence of a 3-day work week, the unexpected cold snap, or even the limit on pudding portions, Kaya has to answer for all of it. Answer, Kaya! Answer! Denounce anything! Demand everything! Denounce anything! Demand everything! These revolutionaries are so self-absorbed. Look, you're done here. Get out! Comrades! She's unveiling her true colors. They can never hide their evil for long. Just like President Chirino and their motley crew. Yeah, I agree. Never forget, this is why we hate bureaucrats. We won't rest until all tyrants and capitalists are gone. No, don't come closer. Stay back or I'll report you all to Chief Kaya. Ha! What's that? Was that a threat? That's how we say good morning at Red Winter. In Russia, you don't read books. The book reads you. It's basically what she said. Comrades, are you prepared to fight? We are ready. The Red Winter River Party struggle begins anew. Hurrah! Well, that's it for part 1 of volume 4 chapter 2. We were rabbits. This is really, this was good. Way better than chapter 1 of volume 4. Like, a lot. Damn, I can't wait to read the rest of the episodes once they get, what do you call this? Once they get, once they arrive next week. Anyways, yeah. This was a really long ride, huh? I'm sure all of you who watch this is going to be coming back to it from time to time because it's a long video. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to be making a guide for HOD because it's actually very easy. You just need the entire SRT Academy students and then Chihiro and Fubuki and some maybe Mika, Maki, or Iori. But I'm gonna show you that. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this very long read through. I'm gonna see you in the next one whenever that comes. Bye.